Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I hope you are all well. I'm just going to start us off with a little quick song, then I'll come and say hello to everyone and we'll get going. So there's a little bit on the recorder, and this piece is called Aikens Drum. It's one of the traditional English pieces. So here we go. So there we go. That's my little pearwood recorder. I hope you're all well. So let me come and say hello to everyone. Hello, hello. Hello, Cheshka. I hope you're well. Hello, Marge. I hope you're well. Hello, Mina. I hope you're well. Hello, MJ and May. I hope you're well. Hello, Norma. Hello, MJC channel. How are you? Hello, Turoy. Hello, Glykel, of course. I hope you're really well. Hello, Shark. That's shark with a 4 in it. That's probably pronounced the wrong way then. Hello, Pug. How are you? I hope you're really well. Aloha, Tom. I hope you're well. Hello, Trump said. I hope you're well. Hello, Supine Love. I hope you're well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are all very well today. So this is the second of my little daily dose of inspiration stream. It's only a half-hour stream. And each day I start us off with a song, a bit of poetry, and then I talk about something. So today I'm going to show you a lot of the work in progress I've been working on and start talking about my artwork and stuff like that, which you won't have seen a lot of up until now. I've also got a little kid's toy in the form of a piano xylophone here that I bought at Kmart for $10 in the kids department. Thank you very much, love. I appreciate it. Hello, Into. Really good to see you. So I'd like to unbox this today. I can play it like a keyboard. It's also got beaters, so you can play it like a piano, and it'll sound a lot better out of the box too. So we'll get that out at the end of the show, and I'll have a bit of a play on that as well. Hello, Crazy Diamond. I hope you are well. Yay! Sorry, I'm 15 minutes late today. I had to duck down to the shops, and it took a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's often the way of it. So let me get us going with a little bit of song, because I have a lot here to show us today. Hello, hello, hello. Now, if I haven't, I think I've modded everyone. If I've missed people, I'll deal with that later, because it's hard for me to do while I'm streaming. So we might also, seeing today's all about art, I practice many, many different modalities. I made jewelry for a long time, like nearly, close to 10 years. And I only worked in crystals, gemstones, everything 100% natural. I'm strict no dyes, glues, or synthetics in what I do. So now I only work in natural materials or salvage. And I think salvage is a real issue, particularly when it comes to textiles and stuff like that. So I've put a lot of time in my art practice working on ways to use single-use plastics and, turn them into rugs and other things we can use, and really trying to stop a lot of textile waste going into landfill. I weave, I knit, I crochet. I also I do a lot of different art practice as well. So I do observational drawing, urban sketching, I paint, I have a passion for watercolor, ink, charcoals, things like that. So I'll slowly show you everything. Hello, Dwight. Really good to see you. This one's part of my inner alien costume I made in my degree, and I have numerous costume parts I've been working on to put all of this together. Oh, there you go. She knows, she's completely into it. So, and I have a real passion for natural materials. So my only exception is the salvage, and I don't use any glues whatsoever, and I never will in my practice. I'm really anti-glue. I don't use acrylics and stuff like that. So anyway, on that note, let me sing you some songs. So this is a couple of little art songs that I wrote. I've written a lot of art songs. I don't have any instruments, so we're going to go clicky. This one is to the tune of Star Trekking by The Firm, which is all about Star Trek, which I love too. So here we go. Brain dumping into my visual diary, trying to make sense of my inspiration's intent. Inspiration soup serving as timing dictates, playing with color, adding substance to form. It's art, Violet, time to serve it. Dump and record it, serve that art now. It's art, Violet, time to serve it. Dump and record it, serve that art now. Brain dumping into my visual diary, trying to make sense of my inspiration's intent. Inspiration soup serving as timing dictates, playing with color, adding substance to form. It's art, Violet, time to serve it, dump and record it, serve that art now. It's art, Violet, time to serve it, dump and record it, serve that art now. And that's what I've been doing. I've been serving art as my inspiration soup dictates. So that's been part of it. And a lot of this for me, and what's become a real passion to me through my art practice, is obviously my poetry, my songwriting's at the core of it, and silly songs at the core of it. For me, I believe the greatest enemy we have in life is cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And the core of my work is all about finding ways that we can relieve stress. Things that, create the positive hormones in us, be it distract us from chaos for a few minutes, or, things that will... one of the main things for me is silly song, and a lot of you will know that. I love the silly song for that reason, because it distracts us. We have fun. We get the good hormone payoff, and it's what it's all about. So give me a second just to come and catch up with the chat too. So thank you very much. Yeah, brain dumping into my visual diary, because that's what every artist does. We spend a lot of time recording, writing plans, getting everything out of our head, and from that we go on and make stuff. And I'll show you a bit of that with what I do with the textile work, because everything I do I have to draw a design up of as well. I have to record it. I have to photograph it professionally when I finish it as well. So it's not just a matter of kind of making stuff. I do a lot of experimenting and proto stuff and stuff like that too. Oh, that's really cool. I'm really glad that I'm here when you need me, Susan, and I'm really glad you're here too. We are going to do some singing later on as well, and it's nice to be back in the flow of things too. So tomorrow at the same time I'll be here, and it'll be the regular weekly sing stream in this slot tomorrow, which will be the only day I don't do it. If not, they kind of overlap. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm really glad you like that. And on that note, let's move to a little bit of silly song, and then I'll get us rolling, because I have quite a bit I wanted to show you today. So here we go. So the next one we have is silly song. Silly games are like silly song, they keep the fun rolling on. Takes a while to get over yourself, then all that silliness busts out. You learn to laugh, you learn to smile, you see it's all one big farce. It's all a joke, have you caught up? Silliness is the cure. Silly is play, cultivated to make art. Pull the limits away, let the fun out. You once knew how, you can again. Do something silly and watch how you smile. It's from the inside, and it radiates out, it keeps on going. And makes a better day, like seeing here with yourselves, taking a moment out of the chaos. So thank you, Pug, thank you, Trump, thank you, Crazy Diamond, Cool Gamer, and Dwight. Hello, Magda, your timing's impeccable. Hello. So there we go. That's what it's all about. And it's all about taking a moment to distract ourselves from this. One of the other things I'm really passionate about is meditation. So I've meditated every day for over 20 years, and what they call a meditative art. So these are things that a lot of the stuff I do is very quick, and a lot of the stuff I do takes a lot of time. And things like a lot of the crochet, the textile work, the weaving work is quite time consuming, but it's very, very rewarding for those reasons, and you get something really positive out of it. So for me, it's very much positive venting and a really good way to spend my time. I'm better for it, and I get something at the other end of it, be it a hat I can wear, something warm, everything like that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I've been working on, and then I'll come back and read you a quick poem as well, and we'll keep going. So I hope everyone is well. Yeah, and I've stopped a few too many times, and life has been really hard in the last couple of years for all of us. There's been so much out of our control. So it's a matter of getting back up, getting going again, and hoping for the best. And this is something that I've worked on for years, like what I'm about to start doing here. I've shared a lot of my music with everyone, but I haven't shared my art. I haven't shared that whole side of things, and I'll be doing that, every day. And I've got a poem coming up next, so there you go. And I'm the same. It's all or nothing, and I'm one of those dive in feet first, and you either fail gloriously and learn something, or you succeed. And I'm one of those people, and it's partly I'm half Italian, so I have the fire in the blood. And so it's all or nothing with everything. And it's the same with everything I do. Say I worked out how to do something with crocheting recently. So I've been doing it over and over again until I perfect it and work out all the ways I can use it. Then I move on to the next thing. And that's kind of how I work too. It's putting the time and effort in too. So, and on that note, I have some news for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I really do. And I'm really glad you're all here. And the walkabout videos I wanted to talk to you about as well, because that's half of what I do. When lockdown happened here, I had to stop all of my, what I call my skyfari, all of my walk around stuff, all of my nature stuff, because I wasn't allowed to leave the house and film and everything like that. But this has all changed, and I've done a lot of work in getting ready for this. My van is half camper van, half mobile filming studio, half mobile music studio. So I will be going and doing these trips a couple of times a week. I've been planning a lot of it. I'll do probably half an hour to an hour out in nature. I'll do some of my sing streams out in nature as well, where I can, my mixer is portable. I purposely did all of this. My Casio keyboard here is only 3 kilos, and the reason I got this one is so I can easily take it into nature with me, whereas my main one, my Yamaha, which is out in the other room, is just too heavy. It's not feasible. So we're going to have a huge amount of that, and I love the Aussie stuff, and I know you all do too. So I'll have a lot more of that coming. And if there's things you're particularly interested in, let me know. I'm going to head for the kangaroos in the next week, because I can see them locally. We've got a big hill here that's got kangaroos on top of it. We have a huge amount of phenomenal wildlife as well. So, oh no, did you have a hopefully it wasn't a nail gun accident. Did you have a tool incident? That's probably the best way of it. Hopefully it's all worked out. Thank you. And it's been really good to be back here as well. You know, it's we've all needed a bit of break, and then sometimes the clouds clear and you're like, okay, time to get back to it. So on that note, let me give you a couple of quick poems before I move on, or we're going to run out of time. So here's my little kalimba. This is some that I have written in the last few days. Love's game is brutal. Great wins, big costs. Fine line between lust and revolt. An opt-in to an illusion, yet to make it reality. So there we go, there's one short one, and I had another one here that I wrote a day or two ago. So, and I have learnt one of the things with my writing is I've learned to share all of it, not just the super positive stuff. Sometimes I write lament, sometimes I write really happy stuff. Gregory Corso, one of my favourite beat poets that definitely influenced me, said that all poetry is born of crisis and desperation, and I completely agree with that. Whereas, you know, when you're happy and you're joyful and you're balanced, you're making music. You know, you're singing songs. That's where the silly song comes in. The rest of the time you're trying to make sense of the world around you, I guess. So that's where a lot of my stuff comes from. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you like the kalimba. So here we go. This is, I wrote this one 2 days ago, and this is a lament. I feel bereft in the modern world. Nice, viewed as a crime, or a sign of weakness, something to exploit, not a choice for a better world. My morals are not compatible. My patience has expired. I fear we're nearing the end of a hellish ride. A train wreck in action, too late to prevent. Silenced or outraged, how did you ride it out? Wondering where to go as paths close down. How can this not be the end of all we know? And that at the core of it is why we're here too, because partly we're all a bit frustrated with the modern world, and we're all trying to find a path and a light forwards. And that's what a lot of it's all about. So, oh, nice. Your bug said Trump German Shepherds. You set the Alsatians on him. Yeah, all we want is balance and peace. And look, it's a really, just on that, I asked myself this a long time ago, and I challenge yourself, maybe all of you, to ask yourself this. What would really make you happy? And I thought about this for a while, and it wasn't material things. The best way when it comes to wealth, I heard put, is I want to be rich enough where I don't think batteries are expensive, which I think is a really good way to put it. So as long as you know you've got enough to be comfortable. But what I really, really want is function and balance. They're the things I want. I want to have purpose. I want to, you know, and I want things to kind of vaguely work when I get there. And that's really what I want. And we all want peace too. We don't want this war and rage, and look, we don't know what's going to happen. Every time we leave the house, we don't know what we're going to get. Life's been interesting, and thank you everyone. And you know, particularly like nature, look at it this way. I mean, Soprano got flooded out by a typhoon and had to relocate this year. We've all had serious stuff happen in our lives. You know, we've all lost people, or we've had things out of our control. Sometimes it's nature, sometimes it's humans, sometimes it's, you know, pandemics. Sometimes it's Yeah. Another day of getting out of bed for me is oh, that's okay. And you know what? I wear steel cap boots because I work in a studio. So because I work in the art studio, I have a Dremel as well, and you'll see a lot more of that coming forward. I actually have to wear steel cap shoes in the studio all the time. So I'm wearing steel cap boots at the moment. Let me show you. These are my hard Yakkas. They're steel capped. So and they've got a big steel cap in the front of them. So I have to wear them so I don't do exactly what you're doing. So that's, I have to use protective gear for a lot of the stuff, and a lot of it I have to do outside. So I have several studios set up. Yeah, nails can be, you know, let alone all the tetanus and everything else that can bring in as well. I haven't yet. Sorry, I haven't looked at my emails for a couple of days. I promise I will do that when I end the stream. It all got a little bit nuts. So let me show you, let me quickly move along and show you some of the work in progress and what I've been doing. So I have been making a lot of the components for my costumes, lots of different things. So this is, say, some stuff I was working on yesterday. So this is a combination of wool in the center and jute. So jute is what they make a lot of rugs out of, hessian sacks, burlap, stuff like that. So I particularly like working in natural fibers and mixing stuff. And I can use all of these different ways. Sometimes I'll turn them into rugs and stuff like that. Sometimes I love working in cotton more than anything. So this is some really nice fine cotton that'll go into that. I've been obsessed with spirals. For me, it's the Fibonacci spiral. It's the golden ratio, everything. There are no straight lines in nature. Not one single straight line in nature. So everything is gradation of curves that may appear to be straight, but there is not one single straight line in nature. So that's a lot of what I've been doing. So I also, like behind me, has some of the costumes I've been working on to go under my metal work and stuff like that. There's a couple of outfits that are entirely made up of circles. This is like a recycled t-shirt fabric that I started working on one of these last night. So I'll do a lot of different stuff with these. I will usually spend about a week working on one thing and then I'll jump to something else. So I've spent about a week working on all the components for my costumes. And now I'll spend a week working on metal work. I'll put them all together. A lot of these will have metal incorporated in them as well. So particularly, say, if there's a hole in the center, I'll have some metal work and some bead work coming up around this. So a lot of the stuff I make has multiple purposes. So say this one here, I can have it like a neck piece. I can have it like a mask. I often can wear them around my wrists as necklace, you know, as bracelets and ways, so that when I'm doing a lot of my performance stuff, most of them are designed to have my art supplies and instruments incorporated in them as well. So all my costumes have an ability to deal with that sort of stuff. So I've been experimenting with a lot of circular stuff. I've got boxes of it here. And I've also been working on a lot of bodices and stuff like that to go into the front. So this is, say, the front of a costume. So this will sit here. These will be pulled across. But yeah, so this is a lot of the stuff I've been working on. The bulk of this is from salvaged materials. So depending on what I do, and a lot of my costumes and pieces, I'll have colour themes and stuff like that for it. So this one's, I love my cotton more than anything. This is all cottons. This will become the top of a hat. So I'm about to knit down the side of it. So this is just stuff I've been doing in the last couple of days. Masses of it, but we are running out of time. So on that note, I was going to show you a lot more stuff, but we don't quite have it. I am going to spend 5 minutes of every one of these streams showing you what I've been working on the previous day. So I'll do a quick work in progress, and then I'll show you stuff as it completes, and then you'll get to see it. I'm going to wear a lot more of my costumes in the sing streams as well. A lot more of, yeah, it's time to bring it all together. Show you what I've been doing, because I've only been showing you one small part of it. So I'm a big bell-bottom fan. I have a lot of them. I'm also a fan of a good bootleg cut on the jeans. My favourite jeans are the vintage flares, the vintage bell-bottoms. Oh, I love them. So my pleasure. Let me just show you a couple of more things while I'm here anyway. I've got a couple of minutes before I'll jump into the end. So I also do a lot of costume for animals, believe it or not. I make a huge amount of custom made stuff. Butterflies, definitely. We'll see more butterflies. So this is the front of one of the bodices I've been making as well. So that's all organic cottons, this one. So, and lots of little things like this. So I've got a utility belt costume I've made. So over all of my costumes I have this sort of utility belt thing with all these little pouches in all different sizes, and all my percussive instruments and stuff fit in them. So I'll have all my percussive instruments on me where I can just grab what I want instead of going, oh no, my instruments are in the other room. So I definitely can make stuff for cats. Cats, though, don't necessarily like stuff put on their head, but they love sitting on stuff. So everything I make, so I have to put everything in plastic. Say this one last night, I put it in plastic and I put it on the bed next to me. And the reason I have to put them on plastic is because animals, and to keep, you know, dirt and stuff like that off them. And Max just went and sat on it straight away, slept on it for an hour, even though it was in plastic. They'll claim everything I do. So animals love natural fibres more than anything. And that's one of my main passions for this. So you're more like a caterpillar. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm a big butterfly fan, and I actually have a dress that's entirely butterflies. I have all these butterfly cutouts as well that I've been turning into a skirt. Hey, you'll see lots of that sort of stuff. I believe butterflies are a state of mind. You have to be in the moment or you don't see them. And so I'm all about the butterflies. On that note, we've only got a couple of minutes left, so let me quickly pull this instrument out of the box and we'll have a bit of a play. So I'll put a link to this in the chat. This literally cost me $10 at Kmart, which is, all of you in America will know Kmart. It's still going here. And there's a lot of really cool kids instruments. So I've got a kids electric drum kit to play with as well. It's still in the box too. So, and I have literally not pulled this out of the box because I wanted to share it with everyone. And in hindsight, it's one of those boxes that needs scissors. Oh my gosh. They've made it childproof. Here we go. So, one. Piano xylophone. Come on. When in doubt, rip the box open is my best policy. There we go. So, one. I think I just broke something trying to get it out of the box. How funny is that? Oh, not good. Frick. Okay, we'll find them later. So there we go. One little. And the beaters are stuck on the back. So there's a couple of little beaters there. It is Christmas. So we'll just play this for a minute while I end us out. Thank you for joining me today for a little Notes of inspiration. Okay, so, oh, you got a bass guitar. That's fantastic. That's really cool. And you'll be so easy to translate between the bass and and you'll be able to have a lot of fun with what you can do. Yeah, that's a really good. Oh, isn't it always the way? See, that's the way of the world. You add something perfect and something else breaks. Yeah, I know, right? Hello, Kalag, love. I hope you're well. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. So I can also, let's quickly see what it sounds like with the beaters. I think it sounds way better with the keys. And on that note, everyone, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. I can guarantee. It's going to be my new improv tool. And I've worked out a way to incorporate it in the costume so I can kind of, hopefully, play it this way. And you can see what I'm doing. So, on that note, everyone, thank you so much. I've just gone over the 30 minutes. Really, really good to see you, Kalag, too. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow I'm going to tomorrow's the weekly sing stream, and the day after I'll be back for the next one of these. I'm going to start showing you all of my different instruments because there's a lot more than you've seen, and I'll keep doing this every day. So yeah, good idea. Get something sorted out. Pug's got a lot of random stuff. He probably has just what you need. And on that note, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I am going to have to love you, leave you, because I've gone a little over time. And I hope to see all of you for some singing a little bit later on. And until next time, much love and goodbye. Until then, much love and goodbye. Until then, much love and goodbye.